Hey Sparkles, welcome back to another video in The Sims 4, except this is not actually in-game. This is going to be a ranking video. I found this sort of tier ranker for all the different packs. I think this only goes up to Cottage Living, that release of Cottage Living. So if you have any other packs after that, I think that's gonna be like Chestnut Ridge is the like Horse Ranch one, and like For Rent and Love Struck at the moment. But to be honest, I do really like those packs, but I haven't got them yet. But like those would, I feel like the ones that have been recently released, is they would go in that I want this pack mode. So that's my sort of thoughts on those packs. Oh, and I feel like I'm missing is it like it's like the family pack, and there was another one, I swear. Is there like a high school years, or did that come out at the same time? Who knows? Anyway, so I thought I'd do this video anyway to show you my thoughts about like all the historic packs, I guess, as well. So if you like this video, I can definitely do like an updated version. I guess I could like make my own sort of board as well, rather than using this one, which I just found on the website. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started and let you know what I think about all of the packs. So first up here we have Get to Work. Now, Get to Work, I really love that you have I think it's like the doctor career, the police career. Is there another? I think there's like a shopper career as well, but I don't think I've used that, to be honest. But I would really the scientist career. Oh yes, yeah. So I would really recommend getting this for the scientist career and the doctor career if you like those sort of things. The police career I also really enjoy, but it can be a bit glitchy, which is such a shame because I really enjoy playing as a police officer in The Sims, but I have had some of my Sims be police officers. So I'm gonna put this in a sort of, I think I'm gonna put this in the orange tier, just because it's not the best, but like I would recommend it, sort of thing. So then we have Outdoor Retreat. I actually really love Outdoor Retreat. I think it brings a lot to the gameplay. I like the world that it is. It's the only thing that I don't like is that it's just like a vacation world and not a residential world. But I feel like I would pop this at the top. I would highly recommend this game pack. Luxury Party I don't have, and I'm not really sure that I need it. But it's not like I've heard anything bad about it. I feel like I would enjoy having the extra bits that it comes with, because I like that sort of style, but that's just my personal preference. Spa Day I really want to get, especially since the update. I would put it in, it would be nice to have this pack. I think I'll put that in the middle section, because I just feel like I haven't got around to buying it, and I think that's just because I am not set on it, I guess, or I don't know, for one reason or another I just haven't got it yet. So I think that's probably why it belongs in the middle section here. Perfect Patio, to be honest, I don't really care about. Sounds so savage, but I don't think I would use any of the stuff in this pack unless like I was doing a specific thing that used like outdoor furniture. Like I tend to spend a lot of time with my Sims like in their houses or at like a specific community lot, or like going to their careers. So I don't really spend like a lot of time in my Sims gardens per se, so I really don't think I would use this that much, but feel free to put in the comments like if there's any part of this that you really like. And yeah, Romantic Garden, I feel like I would want this for the like wishing well. I think there's like a wishing well that you can have, and I think that would be so much fun in terms of gameplay. But apart from that, I'm not too bothered about it. So I'd probably put that in the same category as luxury party. City living, I really like. This is just great. I'm gonna put it in the top tier because I think it's just so good to have a world with that's just like full of apartments. And even though we've recently got Love Struck, which is like technically like another city world, apparently it's only like penthouses, I think, so it's not quite the same functionality. And I think it seems like since For Rent came out that people are relying on having that functionality, but a lot of people also don't have For Rent. So I really wish the Sim team would come out with another pack that has a bunch of proper apartments in it. If I'm wrong and Love Struck does have proper apartments, please feel free to let me know in the comments. But yeah, I just really love city living. I love all the events that it comes with as well. I feel like in combination with seasons, the city living and seasons are just like so much fun because I don't know, I really like the transition of time that you can see, I guess, throughout a Sims year with seasons and city living. And I don't know, I like there's like a basketball court like in the local area. I feel like there's just always so much to do. I don't like the community park, but there's a bunch of good replacements on the gallery for that. So and like the honey pop, like I always replace the community lots. But to be fair, this pack came out ages ago and I think it has stayed really, really strong, so I would recommend city living. I love the like NPCs as well, like I love Penny Pizzazz. Seasons, I would also place at the top. I think I resisted getting this pack for a long time because I was like, why would I want my Sims to get struck by lightning? Like, I guess I just cared for my Sims too much, and I didn't want my game to look like dark and grey as well because my, like at the time, like my lighting wasn't that good as well, so I was a bit like, oh, why would I get a pack to make my game look worse? I guess, but I really like it more than I expected to, because in terms of just all the fun gameplay, and it makes it very much more realistic, and like I said, it has the sense of time passing, which I think is really actually beneficial in a game where it's just sort of an open world and you can just keep playing it forever. I would really highly recommend Seasons. Cats and Dogs I really like, but I'm sort of disappointed that it doesn't have like a proper vet career and that you can only like play in the vet clinic. I really dislike the functionality of the vet clinic actually, but I feel like I would put it here just because of how much it annoys me, but the amount that I love having pets in The Sims is like up here, so I think I'm gonna put it in the middle. I don't like the fact that the pets get sick all the time, so if you think that's something that's gonna annoy you, I wouldn't recommend getting this either. But yeah, so I think I'd put it in the same category as Get to Work. There's like things that annoy me a lot about, I feel like this is things that annoy me a lot about the packs, but they're also something that I really want in my game category. Cool kitchen. I know people really like this, but to be honest, it's not for me. I just don't think I'd ever use it. I think this is like a free like holiday pack, like a holiday stuff pack, and I think I might have this, but to be honest, I haven't really noticed much about it, so I feel like I can't really say whether I like it or not, so I'm going to put it at the bottom here. Parenthood, I feel like I do use this a lot in gameplay. I use like the functionality of this a lot in gameplay, so I put it in this category. I would recommend it. I like that it has mood swings and things. I really do like that, but I'm just not the sort of person who plays a lot with children and teens in my game. I prefer when they become teens. Like I feel like I use this more when they become teens. I like the parenthood interactions that you get during gameplay. Like you can like sort of set curfews and things for your children. So I do really like that functionality. But yeah, it's not one of my top packs, I suppose. Like compared to how much I love outdoor retreats, not quite I'm not quite as passionate about it as I guess, but there's nothing wrong with it per se compared to these other ones. And then we have my first pet stuff. I'm gonna put this in there's one thing I want in this pack, because I want the like rodent cage. Like I really want that pet. Like I don't even know about any of the build mode stuff, but I really would like the like rodent. I think you can get a rodent or like a hamster. And I would really love to have that. I don't know, it's just so specific, but apart from that, like that's why I haven't got it, because I just like, this is the only thing I want in that pack. Bowling night, I feel like it would be quite fun to send your Sims bowling, so if you think you'd like that, go for it, but it's not for me. Kids room stuff, I actually do really want this pack. I think it would be nice to have this pack because I feel like we don't really have that much variation, particularly with base game stuff. There's not really much for kids, so I definitely put this in. It would be nice to have this pack. Backyard stuff, I think this seems like really fun, but I don't really know what else is in there apart from the like water slide, so I'll put this in there's one thing I want from this pack category. Vintage glamour, I'm gonna say I don't want this pack. I think it would be cool to have like the butler functionality, but I'm not bothered about it, so I'm gonna put I don't want this pack. Spooky stuff, I think I might have this. I think I might have got it recently though, so I don't know how much gameplay that I'd get out of it, but I really would love to decorate for Halloween, and I really love that sort of that vibe of like building as well. And I also really want to try out the like pumpkin carving functionality that comes with it, so I'm going to put that in this category here, which is the highest stuff pack so far. We also have dine out. Now I feel like this would be my favorite because I love sending my Sims out for meals, although you often have problems with it glitching out. It is very glitchy, particularly with just the functionality of restaurants that people have created. I often download restaurants from the gallery because they don't really spawn in your worlds. It's just the way the pack is, and because there's not really, I guess not everything has been play tested on the gallery, so there's been multiple times where I've downloaded just hoping to get my Sims to go out for dinner, and then they just can't even talk to the waiter, and then they spend like a whole day in the restaurant, which is not ideal. So but I really like being able to go out for dinner with my Sims, so I put it in this second category here. Vampires, I really do love this. I know it's really not for some people, but I love vampires. I love everything that comes with vampires. I'm just obsessed with it. I really am. I love it. The fitness pack, I feel like I kind of want this pack. I think it has like a bunch of cool build mode stuff. Like the climbing wall and stuff might be a bit big for my game, but I feel like I really like that sort of fitness vibe. So I think I want this pack. Toddler stuff, I feel similarly to this about the kids room stuff, but maybe slightly less because I'm not that bothered about playing with the toddler bits. So I can't even think of one thing that I want from this pack though. So I don't know whether to put it in that I don't want this pack category, but I feel like I put it slightly above because I feel like I would consider getting it like similarly to the other ones I put in this category. So I'll leave it in the second from last category. Jungle Adventure. I love Jungle Adventure. You know that I've got like a Jungle Adventure gameplay series, I think, on my channel. I really like the functionality of the pack. I don't like it quite as much as Outdoor Retreat. I wish it was a residential world and not a vacation world. I wish like we could sort of live in the area, and like, I don't know, I'd love to create Sims that are like from the area and things as well, and like, I don't know, I feel like it would be better use of that pack. I really do like Jungle Adventure, but it's not quite top category for me, but I do really like it, so I'll put it here. Realm of Magic. I do have the Realm of Magic pack, but I haven't really played much gameplay with it. I've done some building with it, but yeah, I feel like I'm a little nervous about, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of different things that you can do with the pack, but I suppose that's a good thing, which just means it's probably just like worth your money. But because I haven't tested it out fully yet, I feel like I can't really put it in the top category, because I don't really know if there's like glitches and things of what I've experienced so far. So I'll put it in this second category here. Laundry day. I know people really like realistic gameplay in terms of like chores and things, like the Bust the Dust kit and things, but it's really not for me. If I can get away with not having this pack, I'm not going to get it. Movie hangout, oh my goodness. I'm going to put this right at the top. I love this stuff pack. I think this is so good. You get a bunch of new like things to watch on the TV. I know you get stuff with like each pack that you get, but I really love that you can watch movies in game. I really like watching movies with my Sims. I like getting them all together and watching it on the sofa is just like a good thing to do, like as an activity with your friends, and it's like a limited time as well, whereas like if it's just TV, like Sims will just sit and watch it for ages. And I really like, also you can see kind of the build kit is really like it's not just a build kit, sorry. The build mode items are really colourful and really fun. So I really do like this pack. Island living, I love as well. I'm going to put it in the top. Even though I think the mermaid sort of occultness needs developing, I really love this pack still. I think it's perfect. I feel like the world is so unique and I just love it. And you can also, you know, I have a whole gameplay series around this pack because I'm doing like a mermaid challenge, but I've like downloaded a mod to make like the mermaids better for my gameplay. So I don't know, I would really highly recommend this pack. This is base game. This is just like a requirement. So I'll just put that on the top because you just need that for everything else. Eco lifestyle. I really like this pack, but sometimes when I'm not like playing in the world, the like neighborhood action plans and the power conservation really irritates me. You can turn it off in the settings, which I think I have done in like all of my games now, but it's such a shame because I feel like they could have done that a bit better maybe. I would really highly recommend it, but I'm also like, oh, there's like some things that annoy me about it, whereas with all these top ones I'm like, there's literally nothing that annoys me about them. I don't know, I'm like, I do really love the world as well. Oh, I don't know, I want to put it like in a middle category. I do really like the eco lifestyle CAS items. I really like the build mode items. I think there's a bunch of stuff that you can get in like debug for this, which is really cool. You know what, I'm gonna put it at the top because I feel like I'm being a bit harsh on the pack. Like it is one of my top favorite packs, so I'm gonna put it at the top. Get together. I would say this is just really useful. I really like Windenburg, the world. I do really like the townies that spawn there, strangely. I like the community lots that they already have there, which is kind of rare for a world that was created a while ago. I really like the functionality of clubs. I use clubs all the time, especially when you're like trying to make friends as like teens and kids. Like I find it really good to have clubs. So it's not my top, but I would definitely put it near the top. This is the Courtyard Oasis kit. I do have this kit actually. I got really excited when this came out, and I really like the stuff in it. I really do, but I think it's just like a general feeling about kits. Like I don't think I've bought any more kits really apart from the plant kit. So I think I'll put this in the second to top category here. Cottage living, that's going right at the top. I love that pack. It's just the gameplay, the farming, the world, it's just, for me, it's just personally really one of my top packs. Discover University. I really actually love Discover University. I know there's like a lot of glitches with it and things, but like I said, there's also like mods that I use to decrease the time that Sims spend at university, and I don't know, I just really recommend it. Journey to Batuu. I am a person who really loves Star Wars, but saying that, I don't want this pack. I really don't think they did it well. And I'm trying not to be too critical, but I think that people really like this pack for the build mode items. And I think I would enjoy playing with it, but I don't think there's a lot of replayability. Often Strangerville is criticised for replayability reasons, but I would happily replay Strangerville as like a soldier or like a scientist or like one of these conspiracy theorists. And I feel like I really like the Strangerville world as well. Like I would live in the Strangerville world, even if I wasn't going to play the gameplay functionality of it. And I really like the build mode stuff in Strangerville. Whereas with Batuu, you don't even really get a proper world. I think if it had its own world, it would be different perhaps. I don't know, they could have done something really cool with that. Like, you know how you can travel to Sixum in the base game? Or I think it's actually with Get to Work maybe that you can travel with Sixum, travel to Sixum. Like, imagine if they actually had like created a world on the map that was like an outer space planet, and you know, like they could have done a bunch of like really cool stuff with this and actually had like a proper world to go to. And yeah, I don't know, like you could still have like the aspiration pathways, but it wouldn't be so contained in like the design of the world, I guess. I think that's my main criticism for it, so that's the main reason why I'm not gonna get the pack. Bust the Dust kit, I'm also not gonna get, like I said with like Laundry Jade, that the sort of realistic gameplay isn't kind of my style. Like I prefer like the sort of occult or like really big sort of activity gameplay packs, I suppose. Country Kitchen Kit. For me, I don't think I'm gonna get this pack. This kit, sorry. I think mainly because a lot of the items are quite similar to from Cottage Living. So if you don't have Cottage Living and you want to get like a little kit that has similar like cute build mode items, then I would suggest getting this. But for me, I feel like it's not necessary. Dream Home Decorator. I do have this and I do really like it. I don't really care about the interior designer career, but I like all the items that the pack comes with, the build mode items. I think it's worth it just for that, to be honest. They're quite just like modern and not too expensive as well, which is maybe something strange to bring up, but a lot of the packs can be you can struggle with like budgeting for your Sims, so would recommend this for like, because obviously I do a lot of challenges and like legacy play as well, so I would recommend this for that sort of reason. Paranormal. I really love the build mode items in Paranormal as well. Also haven't played the sort of psychic career, not really bothered about that, but would recommend that for the build mode items for sure. Snowy Escape, I'm going to put at the top. What a great pack. No criticisms for Snowy Escape, I really love it. Throwback Fit Kit, not happening. I think if you like this certain style of clothes, you should consider getting this. But for me, it's really not my style at all. So I think that's the only reason I wouldn't get it. Strangerville, highly recommend. I really like this. Get Famous. I feel like there can be glitches with it, but I do like the celebrity functionality. I think the world could have more lots, but I don't think it's that bad. I think a lot of people really dislike this pack, but it's not that bad. So I would put it in sort of the second top tier. Machino. I do not have Machino, but I think it would be quite nice to have that pack. I really, whenever I see people using the items from it, I'm like, oh, that would be quite cool. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would enjoy having that. There's like more than one thing that I would want to have in that. Nifty knitting. Oh my gosh, that has to go. Oh my gosh, that has to go right in the top. I love nifty knitting. Tiny living, I would put here because I really love all the items from this pack. It's sort of got a similar style to Dream Home Decorator, I guess. I really like the style of everything that it includes, and for a stuff pack, it has a lot of things in it, to be honest. The only thing is, it's just a bit misrepresentative to be called Tiny Living, I suppose. I think it's really good to be able to have like the tiny lot traits and things to help you all Sims with their skills and things, but none of the build mode items are really that space saving. So for that reason alone, I would put it sort of in the second category. But yes, that is sort of my final ranking. Do with it what you will. This is just my opinions. So obviously I think if you're thinking about buying packs, you should make your own decisions about what you want to spend your own money on. So please don't take my word as like law or anything. But this is just sort of a video to explain how I feel about each of the packs. And obviously more packs have been released since this, but yeah, I hope this helps people. I know for me, I always look up the pack ranking videos whenever I'm thinking about buying a new pack. I hope this is useful to you guys, and I'll see you in another video real soon. Bye bye.